All right. See how things are going. Start off by warming up a little bit, of course. Move this around a little bit. Yeah, the volume 3 I need to pay more attention to. I was not paying attention to. So, gotta pay a little bit more attention when I'm going through this one. White to play. Okay. Hello, Dark Jackal. How are you doing? Can I do it this way? Kind of looks like it. Hello, Nubis. May need to redo that one. I don't know. Maybe it still looks okay from a distance. But yes, hello. About to go run some chores. I want to say hi. All right. Have fun running and doing some chores. And of course, Frenchie's here. How you doing? Yeah. What was I doing? No co. All right. Can I do it this way? Saw your message. What do you mean? Of course. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like you have stuff that you're here often. I don't know. You have more productive things I should be doing. Uh-huh. I believe you. Don't worry. uh, hmm. If you take it for granted, I'll be gone. It doesn't sound like you'll be gone. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of a weird one. You're available today, by the way. Oh, okay, I see. I'm still covering the Pro Qual game. That's what I'm focused on mainly this week. But that's why I was thinking next week we could potentially try that sort of stuff. I think that's what I said in the message was next week we could try. Wow, I am blind. I don't know how to solve this one. It's probably really obvious, and I just can't see it right now. This is my first problem today, I think. Maybe my second problem today, I think. So, no, first problem. Yeah. Oh no, today's bad. Today's bad. Yep, today is gonna be bad. Looks like it's gonna be a terrible day. Is it just this? Then we push through and cut. We can't. All right. What is this one? What is this one? I can't see the answer for some reason. I thought this one didn't work because we can't do this one. I guess maybe we can play here. Oh, we can play here. Yeah. You're right. We can play here. Oh no. Let's see if I can even solve the next one. If I can't solve the next one, then I know I can't play at all today. But we'll see what happens. Even you found that one. That's terrible, right? That's terrible. Uh, we can just attach. This should be fine. The attachment should be fine. Well, I lost again. See? I'm doing terrible. It's quite frustrated with yourself. Hmm. Said no co, so I couldn't play the co move, which was the Atari. And I go down here, and they go down here, and I was already feeling bad. Yeah. Today is not a day I should be doing anything, it looks like. This one doesn't work. They just jump. This one should be maybe the same, I guess. Maybe we do it this way instead. That'd be a co though. Nah, that's fine. We'll do it this way, I guess. It's still a co. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. This is no good. We have to do this one. It's the only option. Ooh. We are ready for this weekend. Do you ever use 101 for something? Yeah, I do use it once in a while. My current goal right now, like I'm working through ones that I've already done, but my current actual goal right now is to finish completing as much of this as I can. It's like I've got completion on like all of these ones up to here. So we're finishing up the intermediate and advanced next, and then finishing up more of these ones. That's sort of the goal here. Do as much of these as I can. Hey, this one's not at 100% anymore. They add more problems. They did. They added 3 more problems. They're cheating me. If I do this one and they do that one, it's just a Seki. Is there no Seki? Okay, so we do this one, they go over here. That would be like another Seki thing, right? So we do this one, they go here, we throw in and capture there. That seems stupid. What is the goal behind your no Seki? Why not just Seki? Isn't that fine? This one, they do that one, we capture here. That'd be a ko. Is that all at once? Oh, yeah, yeah. Is that all at once? So I was gonna say no. All right, all right. Just capture. No. See, I don't understand this one. This is a Seki too, but it's like throw in here and then capture over here. Is that the goal? Double ko-ish thing? That's a bit weird. I don't think there's any reason to do this one ever. All right, all right. Anyway, let's try to pay attention. Try to pay attention. Usually you can connect underneath like this, but can we do it this time? It looks like we still can. So we just connect underneath. All right. Ugh. Oh, the stomach's still alive for some reason. Yeah, yeah, it's silly. It's silly. Oh, this one, usually we want to do this here, but then they can hane, and then we only have one eye. So I guess we could jump here instead, because they can't push and capture this. So if they hane over here, we can cut on this side to make the other eye. And that would sort of be the goal here. Yeah. It's a good little problem. All right, there we go. Finished again. I need to redo that one of these days too. Uh, anyway. Yeah, that's my goal. I'm just working through collections. I think collections are more useful. And for my actual reading trading, like my actual because like this is more so for like recognizing stuff and learning and exposing myself to new problems and that sort of idea. But for the actual reading training, I like doing it from a book instead of online. It seems to be more useful from a book versus online. No ko. Hmm. I want to do this one and then this one, but that doesn't do anything. So just come over here maybe. It's fine. If they turn, we're good. We just push. If they hane, we tari, and we're still good. Hmm. We're still good. The double ko is sort of unresolvable, but it gives the opponent unlimited ko threats. Yeah, yeah. It's so I'm like I'm not sure how I feel about that problem actually overall. It's good to know that you can make the double ko there, but there's no reason to, unless you need the points. The man, unless you really need those points quite a lot. No ko. If I just do this one, They do that, then we're just dead. So we have to connect here, then we can play over here. Is there something more complicated here? Okay. There was nothing more complicated there. I had to think about it, but it seemed like an easy problem. Normally, this is the issue here. We play here, and then we're good to go. Because we're connected on either side, they should be fine. Yep. There we go. Ugh. Black to live, no co. This one's a weird one. This one's not really a co, but it's annoying. We do it this way for this one. If they block, we turn here, they capture. It's not really good for us, right? So we have to Atari from here first. If they Atari us, we capture and we're good. So they have to either extend, and if they extend, we connect. And then we can capture afterwards. Okay. This one we have to give it up. Yeah, that was a weird looking one to me. My brain didn't see it right either. So just like 10 more problems, then we're good to go. Hopefully our brain will be working. Then we can try the. Maybe we don't even try the challenge today, but we'll try it anyway. We'll fail and try it anyway. Oh, all right. Well, I kind of just want to push and cut. I feel like that works, right? Just push and cut, then you throw in here. I've been getting better at recognizing those problems quite a bit. We don't want to do this one because they can just back off. These 3 stones are not important, so we want to do this one normally. If they block us here, I think we just connect solidly. And we should be fine. Because this is a double Atari. Yep, very good. Connecting underneath is normal move. They do this one here. But then they have this one too. We don't have to answer if they wedge, right? So the capture here, we throw in and then Atari. And then if they do anything else, we're fine. Because this is not something we have to answer. We can pull back now. There we go. I like this move. If they connect here, we Atari, and we Atari. What else do they play? Should be fine. Just dead. See, not all the problems were annoying for me. So maybe I will be fine looking over the games today. Maybe I will be fine. This one's a interesting one, but I think we just do this and it should be fine. They capture the stones, we lose. So we're looking for a Seki here, I think. So connect instead, I think. But that doesn't work. That does not work. Oh no, it does work. It does work. No, that doesn't work either. Huh? I'm missing a liberty. I don't have enough liberties for it. So it's a co, but it says no co. That's just dead then. So I can't connect. So I do have to just give up the 3 stones to live here, kind of. So I have to give it up, I guess. Yeah. Okay. That was a fun one. You give up all your stones except for the ones in the very corner. I kind of feel at that point you should probably just Tanuki. Right at that point you should probably just Tanuki. Yeah, because if we do this one, this just doesn't work because they can play here or yeah, if they play here, this is good enough, right? This is a ko. This is no ko, right? And this one, you can't respond either. It's just dead too. And like nothing there after this. You can't block this way. That's just dead. It's like, oh man, it's only one option. Only one option. This one took you a while. Yeah, because it's weird to have to give up so many stones. You know what I mean? It's not very common. I want to just do this one and push. Make an eye. That looks really good. Can't kill me if I have an eye. Throw in Atari and connect underneath so they don't have enough liberties. Yeah. Now if they go to throw in and try to Atari you, they only have one liberty on the outside. All right. Cool. Cool. So I'm waking up. I'm waking up a little bit at a time. This one looks like a move. Like the same as the other problem. Doesn't mean it's the right move, but similar idea. Oh, I like it. I'm not saying it's good. I just say I'm gonna like it. It worked, yay. I couldn't even look at any other move at that point. I just couldn't even see another move there. No ko? Oh. How do we do it no ko? Isn't this just a ko? Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Yeah, isn't that... Wait. I'm probably just seeing it wrong. Hmm. We can't play from the outside. We do have to play from the inside and somewhere. If we connect, that doesn't change anything. If we Atari here and they Atari us, we connect, they capture, then we connect again. Aha, aha, aha. There we go. There we go. Took you a while. I played the ko variation, got it wrong. That's why I had to think about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't this normally a ko shape? But I want us to connect. That makes more sense. Yeah. This makes more sense. Yeah, the other way is if we capture and they capture back, it would be like a ko, but they can capture us, so it doesn't matter, right? So it's not even a ko. There's no reason to have the no ko thing because there's not even a ko. We'd have to connect anyway. And then it's still a ko, so they can leave it. White to kill. I mean, we can just push. That looks okay. Does that work? I don't think it works though. This way we could do this one too. Let's see here. Push. They do this one. If we then connect, it's no good. We'd have to push this way. If they play over the top, we're good to go. So they have to connect, and then we can Atari from the other side. And then when we play again, they can't Atari us, so we should be fine. Any move here should be okay. Either one. Let's do the ugly one. All right. Do we want to Atari first? No ko. No ko. So we can't threaten the ko. So say we don't want to Atari first. We just want to play here, but we can't. So we just need to push first. If they do this block, we can push again. But then they're alive. Huh. So we do have to do the Atari first. Then push. And then here. Looks like it's fine, I guess. Okay. But my first instinct was right. I just had to double check it. No ko. No ko. That would be ko if I threw in here. So it's a good point. Valid argument. And we just extend, though. This is already dead. This is just a dead shape. There's not enough space here to live. You need 4 in a row for an eye, not 3. Oh. This is like a push and cut thing here. Or is it just a Tetsuji to save? This isn't Sumego. This is a Tetsuji. There is a difference. Yeah, we can't push and cut. They can do the diagonal. So if we do this one and they block, then we can push and cut. Because now it's alive. But that's yeah. I wouldn't put that in a Sumego collection. Oh, I'm done. That was 40 problems. 40. That was 20 problems. We're good. All right. Let's see if we can even attempt the daily challenge. Goal. Got almost all of them right. Sugarintas. We've got the last 4 wrong. So I'm guessing I'll probably get the last 4 wrong. There's a possibility I'll do better, but it looks like I probably will get it wrong. Let's get the first 3 wrong then. Let's start with that. First 3 are usually really easy, right? So we can just capture. Let it go. Okay. We can just capture again. Is that all we're needed to do? Okay. We're alive. We can capture with this net here. This feels really nice. This one is a Tetsuji here where we capture this stone. There we go. This one is tricky because it feels like you're doing it wrong when you play here. But you play here, if they Hane, you can Atar. You do have enough liberties. I've messed that one up so many times. I remember. You do have the liberties to do that, okay? You do. Oh, this one's an easy one too. You play here to get rid of this eye, and if they capture, you can just play in. And then you can deal with this one on the second line, or first line here, the recapture sort of idea. Ooh, okay. So we have 4 liberties. We will never have 8 liberties, so we have to play on the inside to get rid of their liberties right away. Yeah, we're never getting more liberties here, so I think we have to do this one to try to get rid of the liberties. But if they Hane, that's annoying. But we can just capture. We can just capture there. That should be fine. On the other side should be annoying too, but we should be fine. So I think we have to do this one, and we're getting rid of liberties here. I don't know if we have enough though, but I know we're getting rid of liberties. We can at least do a ko. Yeah. Okay, good. We got them. We got 7 right. Sugarintas got that one wrong, so we're good to go. He's the only one I see do it every morning, so that's the only person I can compare to. Or every morning for me. He's the only one on the list that I always see on there. So everyone else is usually different. Now I can do whatever I want. Oh, this one's stupid. What the heck? So there's a couple moves, right? There's a couple moves that we have for free. We likely have 1 eye over here. We're never getting another eye here. We need to turn this into an eye. We do have push, throw in, and drop down, which means we also potentially have this sort of move here too. If they capture, we don't throw on the other side. We'd have to squeeze it somehow. But it's difficult. All right. Let's see if we can read it out. Can we zoom in on this area? Okay, that'll probably be fine. We can zoom in. I don't like that it's cutting stones off, but we can zoom in. You'd start with the cut. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to start with it or if I wanted to start with C19 first. I could do B17 first, like push and do all that stuff. But like, I wonder if we need that one first or not. Yeah, the gap between 6 and 7 is quite big difficulty. Yeah, no. I think yeah, because it's like level 1 to level 10 basically, right? Or level 0 to level 9. And I think one of them they had two level 5s in a row once in a while. I don't know if they do it every time. Um, yeah, this one's significantly harder than the previous problem. But the previous problem, you do need to have a little bit of knowledge to solve it properly. Otherwise, it would be much harder to read. But this one, yeah, this one's much harder. So we just read it all out, one step at a time, right? So push, throw in, down here, they connect however they want. Now we have this move for free, always for free. If we cut now and they capture, this is not a free move. This F19 is not a free move. They can just capture that. So we need to play like E19. If they block, we're alive. If they block, we're alive. If they play anything else, we're not alive. So is there a way to maybe make this into a ko on the left side if they place the other move? So they capture. They capture first. Then we do this one. They go here, which is the normal move. They could Atari too, I guess. If they Atari, we back off. Then there's a ko on this side. So yeah, it does look like maybe cutting first might be the right choice. I don't know if we need to throw in here first, though, as well. Seems like, yeah, cutting here and then playing over here. If they Hane on this side, which is the only thing I don't want them to do. But I think we can just take this. Yeah, the Hane over there is kind of annoying. But I think we can maybe do something with that. I think no matter what, we can probably cut first. That is probably right. Or, yeah, at some point the cut is important. Just push and throw in first. That Hane is actually kind of annoying here. Let's cut. And then this one here. Then if they Hane, we're annoyed. Yeah, I probably can't solve this one anyway. Well, let's see what they do. All right, let's look at the answer for that one because I think I don't. I think I saw an answer, but I'm not sure I could solve it properly. Yeah, this one's an interesting one. We need to capture over here without giving them extra liberties. But if we just capture this side, we're losing because it's not two eyes. Just the jump works. If they jump, we have to capture. If they connect, then we can connect. Okay. Did they do a different move? I feel like it has to be this way, right? Then when we can't connect, we have to actually capture. But then we can't do anything after that either, so. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Oh well, we'll get the next one. Oh, I'm definitely not getting this one right either. What the heck? What's the point of even having this move on the board? Does this move even need to be here at all? What's the point of this? What is that move? Yeah. Okay. These Ataris are annoying. So if this move actually matters, it means that they can capture this side. But like normally this it would be like this, but because they can capture it, makes it much different. Hmm. I would just assume this is alive. I gotta be honest. Looks alive. uh, we'll probably just play a move real quick, get it wrong, and look at the answers here because I don't know. I think I have an answer for the other one here, but I'm just not sure exactly what it is. Like I can kill maybe half of it, but I can't kill all of it. And normally it would be like the Hane here, and then you throw in here, or something along those lines. Hmm. I kind of like this one. Doesn't mean it works, but I'm gonna play this. Can we actually give that up? Okay. So the answer is I would give that one up because I don't think that's alive. All right, let's explore. Goal got better. All right, let's explore here. This one. Push or cut first is fine. So explore, push, cut, turn. Turn works? Because we're just making the ko shape directly? Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Double ko, technically. All right, all right. Didn't see that at all. So didn't even have that in my mind at all. So no, not even close on that one. Not even close on that one. This one, we have to target from that side. Doesn't that just not? Doesn't that just not work? What? Ah. Okay, okay. Just giving those stones up to live in the corner. All right, all right. I could have figured that one out if I tried. Okay, okay. But I wasn't even thinking about it, so not even close. This one, I wasn't even sure. That is correct. I thought I could. Why drop down? So we can jump into the corner better? Okay, okay. Sure. I'm not doing that one, obviously. I'm not connecting. That's why I thought this one right here. This one not even on here? This is not even an option? So if they capture, I guess it's ko over here is what the problem is, right? This is the ko. Right, this is ko. That way you can just live. Okay, I can go with that. They should have that in here, though. I'm sure we could add it somehow. I don't know, but they should have that in there as wrong, but because of the ko. So I wasn't too far off. Felt like you had to do something over here, but dropping down to jump over here. So my idea was still fine, but I need to drop down to make sure there's no ko. All right, not too bad, not too bad. But the second one, I didn't even notice there could be two kos. So that was where I was really far off. That one that one was bad. All right. All right. So there were some games, and it looks like more people may have lost. Is it updated yet? Yes, it is. Okay. So Ben Zero is in the lead. Definitely can still not pronounce his last name. Ash is in second place somehow. That's that's kind of shocking, I have to be honest. I guess they only lost 2 games, but their game quality didn't seem as good as the other people. So we'll have to look at their games for sure now. They played Zevalod, so we can look at that game for sure. Yeah, Ash is in second place. That's yeah, very unexpected. Wow. Based on number of wins and okay, yeah, okay. Hmm. I'm kind of surprised. Kind of surprised. But Ben Zero still needs to just not lose any more games, and then they win. They lost 1 game. They just need to not lose any more. Who'd they lose to again? I don't remember. Was it Ash? Was it actually Ash, or was it Lucas? It was Lucas, I think. No, Remy. It was Remy. Yeah, yeah. Lucas beat the other 2 players. Yeah, yeah, that's who it was. They lost to Remy. Okay. Where's Remy on the list now? Remy's in third place still. So just still with 2 losses. Okay, okay. There's quite a few people with 2 losses still, so they all have a chance. All 4 of these people still have a chance. I'm guessing that anyone below this line is probably out by now. Everyone else is probably not going to make it. It feels bad, and you don't want to have to leave because you know you're not going to make it at this point, but you probably still just play all your games, of course. So there's a couple more rounds. There's 4 more rounds, right? So yeah, let's look at the list here. Is it this correct one? Yeah, yeah. Long kick up. Yep. So 7 is what just happened. 8 is what's not happened yet, and 6 is the one we have not seen yet. So let's see who played who here. So Ben Zero is the only one that actually beat Lucas, normal Lucas in. So that's kind of interesting because this player actually beat Zevalod and Lucan. I don't know why they call him Lucan, but maybe that's just. But I've seen people say that. So they beat these 2 players, but they did not beat Ben Zero. So he's still at the top. He's still at the top here. So I'm kind of curious about this game a little bit. And then Zevalod played Benjamin Tuber. Black plus resign. Oh, for Lucan. Oh, okay. I'm kind of interested in this game too. So there's 2 games I'm kind of interested in, and then we'll have to look at how Ash played versus Zevalod here. We'll have to see that one for sure. I'm actually kind of surprised that Ash is kind of in second place now. Like, what the heck? Because I looked at their first game, maybe the first 2 games, and I felt like there was a very large gap in playing quality, but it was the first couple games, right? They could have been very like hello for the raid. Thank you for the raid. It's Schmouthy. Good name. They could have been like nervous, right? And now they're getting into it. They finally are getting used to it. And because if that would be totally unexpected if Ash came through and just won. That would be very unexpected. Hey, how you doing? I'd be very shocked actually. So I'm interested in this one because this Lucas actually beat the other top players, but they did end up losing to Benjamin here, who's the current number 1. So we'll have to see what that looks like. Let's go over here to this OGS one. There we go. I got the raid notification when I go over here. There we go. Did you have a good stream? Did you have fun? Yeah, let's look at this game. I'm curious just because Yeah, because they beat everyone else, I want to know, did they just have a bad opening? Like, what happened here? Because they're behind by a decent amount. Yeah, like a 20-point game. So, real cozy stream. Nice. Cozy's good. Got my little coaster here. It's made of copper and stuff, but when you have too much moisture build up, it sticks to the bottom of your cup. And it's heavy, but it's not heavy enough for the suction because these cups are insulated. They have more suction capacity in between. So yeah, it's been kind of weird. Sometimes you pick those up. You have to be real careful with it. You don't want to drop it on your keyboard and ruin your keyboard. That'd be terrible. I'm thinking about getting a new keyboard though. Now that I've used this one for a while, I think the size is good. The only thing I don't like is that I've had a couple connection issues that were weird that I didn't quite understand. And I think I would just like a slightly higher quality one in general. Anyway, we can go back to the game now. Yeah, 20-point game. Probably will be for a long time before I get a new one anyway, so I'm not worried about getting it right now. Since I've not really gone into too many keyboard things, so I went with what seemed like the best option at the time, and it was good, still not bad. It was a nice sale too. So Lucas is black in this one, and yeah, I think they, like, if I remember correctly, they did a really good job in 2 of the games versus the other top players. The top is in people in first and second place. And then they always had at least one moment where they played something really bad. They'd always have at least one time where they played something that just didn't make any sense. So we'll see if that's why they won. Maybe Ben Zero was able to catch that moment, or maybe they just didn't play as well this time. We'll just have to see. They played all the way to the end though, so they wanted to make sure they got all their money's worth for going to Austria. All right, here. This is sort of a normal opening, and oh yeah, this thing all the time. This is so popular. It might just be Lucas playing it every single time, but I've seen other players play it as well. He likes it a lot. I don't like it. We've talked about it quite a few times. Right, the idea is we are capturing this in a ladder if they don't fix it, right? So any move over here is a big deal. So we play over here and then they owe a move. And I believe we've seen people do this one a few times. I think Remy was the other one who did it. But I don't really remember. Yeah, we've seen them do this a few times, and I think the game that Lucas won and had a pretty convincing victory was when they pushed up here. So I think this was actually better for them. But I think his opponent didn't respond to it properly. So yeah, double approach is normal. Something I was talking about with Sugadintes the other day was that he said, like, if he was playing someone like me, since I don't know the high approach as well, he would try the high approach. He'd probably study it ahead of time. And after looking through the high approach, I actually think I like it a little bit more. But I'm not sure if I would like it more like this way, right? Would I like it more on this side, or would I like it more on the other side? Because this side, we're doing this sort of thing here. This is the Joseki. This is why you can play the ko, is because you have this local ko thread here. You capture and they connect. So do I want it facing this direction more? Or do I want it facing the other direction more? So if you had that as a plan right away, because you could plan it out when they jump here. You could plan it out. But in this case, they just liked the double low approach. So I have to learn that Joseki a little bit more, though. See if I actually like it. I think I like it. I definitely like it more for white on most of the time. So I need to study it and see if there's a way to help me like it more for black. Because I like to allow the double approach. So attach on this side to get the capture, I'm guessing. Yep, capture, just like the other game. So they were really happy with their other game. I think we'd have to look here. But it was like round 5 or round something. But who'd they play here? Yeah, this one here. I don't know if it happened in this game. No, this was the other Joseki, yeah. I think this one was the other Joseki. Oh, yeah, this is where they played weird. Yeah. This is where they played weird. A bit strange. But it worked out for them. See, they did it again, though. This sort of same Joseki idea. But I remember another game it happened similarly, so I just don't remember which game it was. I'd have to look back. It was one of the ones I looked at, though. Definitely one of the ones I looked at. But probably an earlier round. Looks really immune from attacks, yeah. Yeah, no, what I noticed, and it seems like I don't know exactly how this game played out, but every single time so far from this Lucas Nayrink, whatever, they play like a really good game and then have one like really huge mistake that they make. And then they fight back into it. And so I was wondering if that's what happened in this game, because Benzero won this game by 20 points, like a really large amount. So I was wondering if he did that same problem as he had in the other games, but he was actually punished severely for it in this game, is what I'm guessing. But hello again, Zichin. Are you gonna make videos about any of these games? It could be fun, right? Okay, just normal approach. And I'm gonna do 3-3. That's fine. Now 3-3. All right, cool. I like this more than just taking 3-3 to begin with, but I just don't know how I would deal with this group if I would have wanted to play something there. But we do want to break up their side, so I'd probably do that too. I'd probably just ignore this until later, until they did something to annoy me. Just extend. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sort of getting rid of all of your Aji. I thought there could be a more severe way to play, but this is probably fine. Like a very steady move. Like normally you'd want to at least jump. But there is some Aji with pushing cuts and stuff. So maybe they just didn't want to leave that as a possibility. More strong. But I think white could just Hane and make a base, or just make the base directly. But either one, I've seen them both do this. They both did 3 spaces here. Both games, I saw 3 spaces here without the Hane first. So I'm guessing this is probably the proper order. And then I saw them both, Lucan defend it this way. On the other game, the Lucas P defended this way. I think I've seen that before, where you defend this way, that means that you're basically alive already. Whereas with this one, there is the possibility of having to deal with something here. But right now, I think the focus should be on these 2 stones here. Right, we want to try to do a little bit of a pressure here, but I also don't want to answer again on this side. I'll be jumping out here to start reducing and making my group strong at the same time. So when he defends here, I want to just jump out. Okay. Going further. That's the same idea that I wanted. I like to play from my group more. So I could even do a larger jump from this group, but I like to play from my group a little bit more. Maybe this one's too close to being Debarnik, thanks for the follow. Maybe too close to being just cut off, and we don't necessarily want that. But yeah, I was thinking just jump here. We're making our group strong, and then What do they play over here? They're not getting that much more, so I thought that'd be okay. But I guess we're not really attacking, right? Oh, Abdapala, hello. Okay. That's why they went a little bit deeper. Yeah, I always play a little bit further away, but I like reducing early, so I'm not against this idea either, though. Yeah, because if they just answer here, it's like that's already a good exchange. You don't have to play again. You could move on somewhere else, but like just pushing on this side would be almost connecting too. We're probably not attacking this too severely later, but where would we even want to play after this? I feel like the board's already kind of settled everywhere, isn't it? It's not perfect, but I feel like it's like almost already settled everywhere. So maybe just playing in the center again is fine. Like, yeah, pushing up here, like I was saying, is probably fine right now. Like a loose connection to the center stone, while also maybe being able to pressure this left side a little bit. I think that's like the weakest group we can potentially attack. So, or even if we're not really attacking, we can at least play a little bit of pressure, right? If black plays over here, eventually we can maybe get this move, right? Kind of underneath or try to pressure it some way. So Hane is normal. Double Hane to try to cut it off would be fine. But just going to push up and Hane here. Okay. Slightly better shape, not willing to give up 3 stones. Not as willing to give up the 3 stones. Can we cut anyway right now? The cut kind of looks a little bit annoying still. Yeah, if we do cut here, which they did do, we don't really want to play this side, right? This side's just bad. We don't really want to have to do this one. We're making this this group of stones a little bit weaker, but we do have something to deal with on this side too. I guess it all just depends on how weak this group on the right side is. Yeah. Can black play N3 to harass Q3? N3 here. Oh yeah, they can play that. Yeah. They can play that for sure. Ignoring this right now. We'll just go over here. N3? They could do this one. I think the normal move, like this sort of like in between the 2 normal moves. And the normal move is this one, where if white can defend like this if they want to, and then you can take a 2 space here. But the idea is that if they take away your 2 space, you're playing to the tiger's mouth point. Because when they defend here, you have more follow-ups locally, like this one. If they capture, you're cutting it off in the center, which is what they normally should do. And if they back off here, this is not alive in the corner yet. So like that's a shape that you wouldn't mind having. So the other one I would think would be like not right there, right next to it. Right here is probably fine if you wanted to be like trying to be very severe here, but I like this one a little bit further away. M3 instead of N3. Yeah, you can do that. You like P3 better? Where's P3? Yeah, that one's great. That one looks really good. It looks amazing. It's a Tetsuji. I didn't really want to show anybody yet, but you know, I guess I showed everyone this amazing Tetsuji here. Oh, Amaranth. P3 looks like death. It is probably just death. Yeah. It's just death. Anyway. Yeah, the normal move is a little bit further away or closer than N3. Playing it next tournament. You know what? You know what'll happen? You're gonna play it and it'll work somehow because your opponent freaked out. Yeah, your opponent freaked out and it'll work. And that's cheating, okay? That's cheating. That's not the same thing. And then you tell them afterwards, oh, it was a misclick. On a real board, you have to say that with a straight face. Oh yeah, that was just a misclick. It was my bad. Anyway, let's go back over here. That might happen eventually. They may play on the bottom eventually because it is big still. But this is more important to fight here. The reason I said it's not too interesting to go somewhere else yet is just because maybe we can try to fight this. And if we're fighting this, and if we actually do want to survive with this stone, let's just play really simple to connect it up, right? You see that now this area is starting to become points as well. So like they were able to transfer this potential over somewhere else. So that makes it too good, yeah. Or they sigh like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. No, I've I don't know. Yeah, I've tried not to sigh like when I play in person. Yeah, oh yeah, I just started playing. Yeah, there we go. That too. Yeah, no, I've tried not to sigh when I play in person. Like at Go Congress, when my opponent played a really bad move, I tried my hardest not to do anything because I'm so used to responding. Like when I play on my own, I can be more quiet, right? But when there's other people around, and it's usually because I'm streaming, and so I almost said just like, "Wow, why'd you play that?" Or like those sorts of things. It's like, oh, don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Don't react. It's you got to be careful with that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's go back to this fight here. Yeah. So we do have a lot of cutting points. I would want to defend on the left side first. This is why I said that it depends on how strong this right side group is. Because if we're defending over here somehow, I don't know, we'll do that one. That looks good. That's what they played. Black is likely jumping this way, which is what happened in the game. And we don't want to just give this up. So we're jumping in some way or doing a diagonal or something like this, right? And so Black was able to lean on the right side if they have to. So we have to be very careful here. We don't want them to be split too easily, right? If we jump, we defend, and now they're splitting us and maybe trying to damage the other side. We have to be really careful with that sort of idea. Hello, Veloa. It should be fine, but just something you have to be worried about. And normally jump is, you're sort of staying behind enemy lines here. Right, we're still sort of staying behind. This is the first one from today, right? So the round 6 is what we were looking at right now. Yeah, got it, Tanuki while slapping your son. Yeah, if you smirk hard enough at a good move, yeah. No, I was working on not doing that sort of stuff. Not because I'm against it, because I think it actually is fine, but just because I'm trying to control it more so than anything else. But you should only do it for when they play good moves, basically. Only when they play good moves. Yeah, so we don't want to be behind this line still, where we're basically surrounded still, right? So the diagonal here, we're on the line now instead of behind the line, right? We're pushing through the line here. And so Black is attaching now, right? I wasn't sure when they would want to do it, but Black is attaching now. So the basic idea, right, is we're going to eventually get that in some way. So we can do it at any time we want to. But I just wonder how much we actually have to worry about this group. Right? Because we always have this sort of shape here. Yeah, bring a ruler, yeah. Yeah. You should always have your ruler with you. You should. And we always have this shape here, which is really helpful in making eyes. So I don't know how much we have to worry. Maybe we can just answer one time this way to make a hole. Call your friend from across the room. Yo, they put me in the beginner category. Oh, that would feel so bad. Oh. Oh man. If someone actually said that, you'd be like, you'd be wanting to win that game after that point. It doesn't matter if you made a mistake or not. Hane first. Okay, that's BM. Yeah, that is too much. I like the idea. Yes, my thought was if we do just back off, we are opening this area. But then the problem is we're also potentially making them stronger on this side. Because So they probably just answer over here. They probably don't. They can go back first, right? They can play at least one time over here first, but they're not open enough, I think. So if we go this way, it's going to be the same idea, right? We have to be a little bit careful with this sort of thing. We're still kind of surrounded a little bit. They could maybe even push the other way, right, instead of this one. We can potentially push this way. So if we're going to respond, we have to play a Hane or we have to Tanuki. Like we have to either push here or do the Hane. I'm kind of curious, actually. Before this fight goes on, when white pushes here, who actually has a slightly better position? I think it should be even, right? That's scary. I would Tanuki. Yeah, so that's why I want to check this first. Who actually has the better position here? I think it should be an even, perfectly even game right now. There shouldn't be, like, no one made a mistake, right? So it should be a good game. Yeah, perfectly even game. So it's black by 0.7. So that's what I would call like perfectly even. Yeah, there shouldn't be any problem, right? So you just whoever you like more, right? And so this is where I wonder if there was a mistake. We do have to defend here. We jump. We do diagonal. And then we attach here. And now there's two options, right? Goshi's estimation skill on point. Yep. Option one is this Hane here. And it's the same score as before, so still even game. Then my other option, right, is of course just coming out with this one right away. And this is black by 1.8. So yeah. So it is just an even game. But I was curious. I was a little bit curious if we wanted to do something extra or not, if we wanted to leave it. I think this group is in a little bit of danger, so I feel okay as like I feel okay as black in this attack, basically. So double Hane here. Now we could Tanuki, but we could also do some Ataris and have some fun. I really want a Tanuki now, though. Atari connect. And we're breaking through black's area. We're just giving up those stones, basically. It's not perfect, but wow, okay. That's interesting, okay. I would have a really hard time here. That's why I was curious. It was super small on the right while the invasion group isn't safe yet. Yeah. So here's the thing that's more interesting, though, is, yeah, just giving up, or probably just giving up those stones. There's still a possibility of resurrecting them, but we're giving it up in exchange for breaking the points here. And making this other group, this corner group, a little bit more weak. We can probably just answer. But turn and push. And now we can do the push and cut stuff. We do have some Aji, though. We have to be a little bit careful with that. A little bit careful. Okay. So you're just using it for a squeeze. Okay. It's interesting. So push and cut to squeeze these stones. So that our group is basically fine now. We have really terrible shape as white, though. Absolutely terrible shape. Well, you can see that because if there's this Hane here now, we have to just sort of connect. Like, we don't have to necessarily just connect, but like we have this Atari here, which is just really annoying here. And we may have to worry about this in general. So, yeah. There's an annoying shape, a very annoying bad shape here. So I would have wanted to fix that in some way, but it feels like we have to do something in the center now. So I feel like actually white... feels like this might have been a mistake from white. But that's because I'm uncomfortable. That doesn't mean that it was a mistake. Because there is still cutting point. Like there's still a cutting point here, and we can maybe even be able to squeeze this direction to be able to run out more quickly And then that means that these 3 stones would be in trouble. I think this group is going to be able to live at the very minimum. We're just not having any territory here, right? So it's alive, and that's probably good enough. So yeah, I guess we do have to go back and rescue. So now I am curious, though. Was this a good idea? Yeah, it was a good idea. White's slightly ahead now. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'd have a hard time with that. I'd have a really hard time with that. Yeah, I would be struggling a little bit here. Like right now, we actually do need to keep going because we have our bad shape here. We either need to come back right now, in which case they just kill us, right? And this is definitely bad for white, right? This should just be bad for white. Actually, it's not. It's still even, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. It's still fine. So that, but yeah, the idea though is that we can squeeze this and fix our shape, which is why they want to keep going so that they can come back and do this one versus just backing off first. I probably would have just backed off first, I have to be honest. But I would have given up that, like, I would have died there. And then, can we do a better reduction if we just back off? We just back off here. Maybe we can take a liberty instead. And then if they go back to kill, then we still push through. And there's Aji here, so I don't think they can do this one too easily. Because we can just push and cut and capture the corner again, right? So that'd probably be too good for us. So they can't really do that. They'd have to probably push again. And then now I think we're just doing a lot of damage, right? Maybe this is better. Maybe this is actually just better than the game. Wait a minute. We can't jump now, right? That doesn't work. We have to like push this way, or we have to answer this way. Now we've already broken up the top side. We'd even push here again still. The same thing as the game, but they capture these stones. And we still have something here too. I don't know. It's the same result as the game. White's still winning. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So my idea would have been fine too. That's good. That's good. I'm just checking. It felt cool. Like this felt cool. That's why I was wondering about it. But white does have bad shape. So I get more points the other way. And so because you get more points the other way, this feels right to just save this. All right. Yeah, the Hane, super annoying. I already pointed that out. Oh, they did actually just play this way. Okay. This is like also kind of saving this a little bit, like saving the top side a little bit, getting some points here. Seems useful. And then, yeah, now a more severe attack on these stones. Is it better just to have given those stones up, honestly? And easier. I guess I shouldn't say better, I should say easier, right? So we can save these two, which is threatening this cut, which means we can get out pretty quickly. And we do have some Aji here, so black also has to worry. Hane and capture. And cut. We don't want to just... Like, we can't do this one because if we are playing this, we're getting pushed through. And we're so strong over here that this extra strength is not useful. It's just points. That's kind of cool. All right, all right. I thought they were going to block this way. But there is a ton of Aji here, right? If we're doing it this way, it's probably fine. But I think if we extend and cut here, right, so we have to like defend at some point. I don't know the best way to do it, but we have to defend over here at some point. And there's this sort of stuff that we may be able to get something out of it. So it's a bit awkward shape-wise. But I thought they would have done this one. Yeah. This one, we can score estimate. White by 2. This one, white by 2.8. So it's the same. It's the same, basically. So it doesn't really matter. Either one's fine. Okay. And we give that up, of course. We don't Atari. Yeah, see, now we're going back to that bottom side. If numbers is still here. Or now we're going to the bottom side. And you see they're doing this further approach instead of that sort of middle one. The middle one it's probably fine as well, but not as flexible, not as many options available. And yes, they're going to fix this Aji first, and then just fix their group later. Yes, sir, still listening. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so now, as I said, now they're doing this one because the follow-up move here is really strong. Do we have to push here? I guess as black, I'm actually tempted to play this side if I'm not going to Atari here, right? If I'm not doing that because we don't want this to happen, then I would probably rather just play here. Oh, some Don Soju is playable? Okay, yeah. It is playable, but the further move is the more common move, yeah. But I think I'm a little bit more interested on this side or even diagonal here. And then we can move on. But if we do it that way, white's going to be answering right away first, right? Maybe this is fine too. It's fine. But it's too easy to give it away, maybe. I don't know. This push actually feels quite annoying. That's why I realized like maybe it's not good to leave that. I kind of wonder, did it actually still okay? Okay, it was actually still okay. Right. White's just getting a little bit ahead, basically, but overall it should be fine. I like this shape here. It's kind of funny. But we can make at least one eye here and very likely be alive. And the thing that I'm worried about here, the reason why I said this push was a bit annoying, because after this push, we'll ignore the bottom right for now. You can actually already see that black is kind of surrounded on this left side, and they may have to just go and live. And if they just have to live, that's bad. You don't want to just have to live. That is what's going to happen in the bottom right, though, for white. So it's probably still fine to attack this like this, but it's just one of those things where like it does feel bad that we have to just go back and live with this group. Yeah, so white is almost alive here. Probably pretty close. Not perfect, but almost alive. And now black is fixing this area. And even if they just extend it out here, it is somewhat disconnecting, but we don't need to do it right now. Please stop streaming. Bo, hello. This isn't going to work for you? What? Okay. Anyway, if you leave the G12 stones, wouldn't you leave the H10 stones as well? Where's the G12 stones? Oh, you could. Yeah, you could. I'm just saying about the strength of this left side here, basically. Yeah. That's all I'm really worried about there. So yeah, you could leave those two, but we're mostly worried about the strength over here. And now we also have this to worry about here with this group of 4 stones, right? Gotta be a little bit careful with that. Oh, interesting. So black is able to surround this, and it's not quite alive. But we can live pretty easily. So if we jump here, white can play this move to just probably live, right? Because we're threatening 2 different ways to live. So this group is going to be fine. But can we Tanuki? If we're attacking the left side, I guess we can. Is it alive this way? I guess we can attach underneath if they get rid of the... Oh, we can't really attach either, right? We have to Atari from here. Atari Capture, yeah, we should just be alive. Okay, okay, just barely. Just barely. Just making sure. Just making sure. All right. Yeah, in the case of White Atari earlier, yeah. If we ignored that and White Atari'd, we would just leave this and probably live over here. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see here. Feels like we're fighting over this area a little bit. Was this jump right, I guess? Was this jump right? Should we have just actually played over here? Or done something on this side first? Maybe even just cut first? We can see what's going on. But if white gets the strength on the outside, it makes it a little bit harder to come over here. So maybe I would like something on this side first. Because I guess these stones are not really important. These stones in the middle here are not really that important right now. It is big, though. Okay. We'll see. Actual game. There we go. Because it seems like they're sort of fighting over this, making some strength here. Does that work? It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of a cool move. I like that. Just capture. That's very good. Cut. We capture. And now he's made some influence. I think I see what happened in this game for sure. It feels like white is probably just ahead now. So I think at this point, the game was probably fine. Probably slightly better for white. But then after this bottom fight, I feel like this is where things are having a problem. Like, this is where we're getting into some issues here, right? Got a little distracted in my brain. So black sort of wants to turn this into influence. This is what the point of the jump here. So white is reducing that, and they didn't get enough from this exchange. Even though they got some points here, I think this is probably just too good now. Especially if we get to go back over here and reduce as well. And then maybe we can even jump over here. Still can jump from this side and attack this group. So I think white is definitely farther ahead now. Yeah, white by 11 now. White by 11 now. It can't be because of the first jump, right? Yeah, it's definitely because of what happened here. So this is kind of like what I mentioned before, where this player has a problem where they make one mistake and then they aren't always punished completely here. But I'm not, like, I know this is a mistake. I'm guessing it's probably the cut here because it just doesn't work, right? I'm guessing it's just this cut. Well, maybe even this first move, but definitely the cut here because it doesn't work. Maybe they just didn't see the capture this way. Kind of curious. We can check with this. We can check with this here. Fine, and then cut. Not fine. And then here also. This one's okay. This one's okay. All right, let's see. Cut there, maybe? Because I need the actual AI here so I can look at it better. But it's okay. We can look at that later if I really want to. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just to bad result here. And then white gets something big first. They do play the left side first. That it was really big. But now there's no points here on the top. And there's also no squeeze on this group anymore. We can even go back and capture this group. I'm not sure which one's bigger, though. I'm not sure if I would have actually liked to play on the left side first or not. But I guess black is pretty connected here. And this would shut off one side here, right? So if we play this one, we're potentially threatening to come into the Moyo area again, right? So that would shut off one side if we do play from this side. But I think that's probably fine. That is probably fine. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Black had too much to worry about here. Yeah, yeah. They were too aggressive with this move. They sort of have to defend. Because after this here, even if we can't kill these 3 stones, like something over here, right, we don't have to necessarily jump out from this side. We could jump from the other way now for free, or even just Hane here and squeeze this is probably good enough, right? This is probably more than good enough. Because black can't ever cut here, right? So black just loses everything. Ooh, painful. Yep, now they got the jump. They wanted the jump is what it looks like. Yeah, this was just too much. I think it's just, yeah, it's already over now by quite a lot. So I'm not too worried about the rest of the game, I think. We'll stroll through it to see, but yeah, after this it was probably just too much. Wow. All right, let's scroll through the rest of the game and see what's going on here. Anything else that big happen here? Is it just gonna be in-game stuff? We captured that, which is really big. I think it's just gonna be in-game stuff from now on. Yeah. That's a cool in-game thing over here. All right, we have a Aji here. We can't allow that double Atari thing. We can't allow them to cut there. We can connect up everything. That's actually really cool. I like that. We do have some issue, right? Potentially connecting and dying, but we have 1 extra liberty, I think, so we're fine. But yeah, that's annoying. That was cool in-game. I think that's basically it, though. All right. That squeeze hurts. Yeah, that was... that did hurt. Like, wow. All right, 1 second here. Let me check this real quick. Should be fine. All right. Put that back down. Open this one up over here. Huh. No idea. Just remove, I guess, but I'm not gonna worry about it. All right. Yeah, top group with only 2 eyes is sad. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Open everything back up normally. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have any other messages that I had to go look at. All right. So this was kind of a one-sided game in this case. If Ben Zero wins, you have to say his name. All right. I'll watch a video where someone says his name so I can figure out how to say his name. Hopefully there is one. Hopefully there is one. Anyway, he is currently in the lead with only 1 loss, and a couple other people have 2 losses. So I can ask Google, maybe. Yeah. I don't ask Google that sort of stuff usually. I always forget. You can do that. So yeah, this is sort of how I expected the games to go versus Lucas, but then then they end up like fighting back, right? And being able to come back. And you're not sure how to pronounce either. No one knows how to pronounce it. Not even he does. Okay, not even he does. No. But then Lucas lost this game too, I believe. Yeah, Black Plus resign. Yeah. That is painful. Dang. What happened here? This is the person who was second or first place before. It was Ben Zero and Lucas Podpera, however you say his name. And now he's just sort of like far behind. Like in this game, he just got like super far behind somehow. So I'm really curious how this happened. I need to move this over like this way. The thing got in the way. There we go. It was in the wrong spot for some reason. Anyway, it was starting to annoy me. Hey, Lucas, from what I saw, they had a very solid style. So, anyway, I was reading the chats on OGS there. Someone says you don't care that Zevalot is 5-1, so they were talking about something there. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Anyway, they just want They want Lucas to win. So, look like people were a little sad that they lost here. All right. But normally they play a very solid style, so I'm kind of curious how it happened. Oh, this one. Normally you don't attach here when they have the high move because it changes how everything works. Changes the cutting points and how all that sort of stuff would work here. So it's interesting that they still played the attachment. Maybe they didn't want to do the normal peep and slide because this would give them the comfortable extension on the left side. Because it's like a normal move to play at this point. We're not worried about the bottom side. We're worried about like moving to the left side, which is growing faster. So attach and Hane. And something I did learn. Whenever you can get this Atari and connect, that means you can play this move. As long as you can get that Atari and connect. If you can't get the Atari and connect, you have to play this one. That seems to be the way that it works, as far as I know. So when they extend backwards, normally you play here. And like the normal Joseki is like capture here, but this stone's in a different spot, so it feels weird. Feels a bit strange. Right? Like we're letting white push through, so you don't know that with this one. Anyway. Yeah, we don't play that. Yeah. So yeah, you get this one when you're able to Atari and live in the corner, basically. Or even if it's not Atari, if you're Haning and living, right? So even with this one here, you can play here because we can Hane and live in the corner. Yeah, then they're still taking the left side, so they still wanted that. I actually kind of want to play one more move here. I kind of want this one. I don't think it's necessary, but I kind of want it anyway because it really is ugly shape for my opponent, but it's not important at all. I actually want to enclose or approach on top is what I really want. So they're going to kick to the play on the top side instead. Yeah, enclosing or top should always be good. I think my priority most of the time is reduction first, especially as white. Because black's going to be able to build faster than we can, so I always sort of prioritize reduction. That's sort of the idea here, I think, too. Playing over the top to just build a large center. Okay. Jump to be alive. Hane and connect now. That feels a little bit counterintuitive. We're going to jump to the left side at this point to live, but I guess it's fine. Because what we're doing, actually, is we're also leaving this open. So if we ever need to make this particular spot into an eye, we can do that pretty quickly. But this feels almost like you're weakening your group, though. So I'm not sure I like it. But it's probably fine. Just surround some more. Yep, just surround. We got this large center. I kind of like it. I would have played the high move. I always do this one here. Even if they play here, I like this sort of thing. We're able to run away very, very quickly now. I should consider doing low more, but high seems like something I always like. Especially when I'm considering this as a reduction instead of a real attack. I'm reducing them, right? And they wouldn't be able to play this way. This would be one of the options that's not available anymore if you play high. So I kind of like this, though. I kind of already like black. That doesn't mean black's winning, though. White has good territory, but I kind of already like black. Let's estimate score. Yeah, even game. Yeah, no one's made a huge mistake. It's still even. But I already like black. I probably shouldn't, but I already do. I don't think we block in the corner. I think we're done with the corner now. I think we have to move on to the rest of the board. We approaching here, for example, bottom right seems like it's fine. Oh, we are going to play in the corner. Wow. I thought we wouldn't do that now. Because if white keeps playing the corner, it's not that big of a deal. Corner is big, points-wise, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal right now. This move does kind of work, though, right? We're threatening to kill the other side, so they don't want to do this one. So yeah, now white gets the initiative first. That's why I didn't like that. White gets the initiative first here. I felt like we just go back over here first and we're good. We have a happy game. Versus this one here. Oh, it's estimating a long time. Yeah, it seems like it's the same value. Yeah, it's hard for me to judge. But yeah, this feels good for white. Unless we can attack that topside group severely, this feels good for white overall. We're attacking though for sure. Yeah, we're attacking in some way here. Wow, living in the corner like that was cool. This is a possibility. I've seen this before. This little double Hane idea. There is an eye in the corner. There's no way to get rid of it unless we already had a move here. Because when you get 3 in a row in the corner here with this Hane, you already have 1 eye. So they're living. They decided to live in a way that took the corner. But that also makes black extremely thick. Whereas before they technically had a weakness. So was it fine? Should we have made that exchange right now? And then black gets to be the first one to play over here. This is what white prevented, right? This is what white prevented. It's like an even game. I'll probably still play on this side, but yeah, even game still. So I guess maybe white could have played that. Because I feel like this might have actually been good for black. This exchange seems like really good for black here. Yeah, black's ahead now. Not a huge amount. It's still basically an even game. But black is technically ahead now. So it was like a slightly bad way to do it. Oh, just giving that up. They can cut and just take the points. And I actually don't know if I like that either. Black doesn't need to play again. Black can actually still attack the middle now. So the question I have, right, is if we do jump and they wedge, would we play this way? Is this the way we would want to play? Or would we still want to play this way? We probably don't play this way because we're being pushed directly into their strong area. So instead of even playing at all, you might just jump or something instead. Not even worry about this, right? You just don't even play a move and leave it for later. And then we're just reducing on a large scale and we should be fine. But here we don't have that option. We have to sort of just Atari in a direction. And black isn't really weak anywhere. You probably don't need a turn here. That is giving white extra forcing moves, though. So turn is preventing that. But I don't like turning. I don't want to turn here. I kind of want to either Tanuki or go back to this side where we're splitting them from connecting this way. Or maybe even playing from the center now. But yeah, I'm just playing on Tengen just because I can. It's not a big deal, though. This is probably still a good move. Because there's potential that there were, like, attachments at the nose point, right? There could be other things to worry about. Or even if we come this way, maybe we have to worry about something on this side, right? There's lots of Aji, so I'll Play R5 or so. You play R5. Yeah, coming back down there seems really big. I'm sure he'll get there. Interesting. Not accepting this exchange because white is sort of like connecting cleanly on this side and building a large area now. So if I was to play on this side, I would actually be giving up this jump here. I wouldn't be worried about it. Because we can Hane here to live whenever we want to. Though I still don't know if I want to do this, but I'm more tempted to do it this way. Because I would rather have them as a weak group versus them connecting. But you can maybe do it at a different point, too. You don't have to do it right away. So attacking from this direction, though... Like, I don't know, if white jumped here, we're not... I wouldn't want to play here. We're getting 2 points in exchange for white getting stronger. So I probably wouldn't be playing on the left side or on this top side at all. This is when I would for sure just move on. So that's why this jump feels a little bit strange, but as I said, it's probably still fine. Yeah, they're still jumping down. And then we're going to be making shape on the bottom. I feel like this might have ended up good for white. Yeah, now it's good for white. Yeah, okay, good. This move is a little bit awkward, but I can understand it. Because earlier here it was slightly good for black. Let's see. Yeah, slightly good for black. After this turn, and now I'm just really curious, right? Now white's slightly better, so that was just a bad move. So this one has to be really bad too. Yeah, this one's just a really bad move. Okay. Yeah, that one's just so confusing. F4 to G5, okay. That should be fine, yeah. Black plus resign, yeah. Black plus resign in this game. Oh. Seems thin. It's one way to try to make shape there. But we'll see how they handle it in the game. You'll see here. Yeah, that's why I said I wanted the other play first. You saw when I wanted to jump like this. And it's kind of because that's sort of thin, yeah. Because now if I do it, we can attach here or we can shoulder hit here. We attach here now. And now when we're doing this, it's like a co shape instead. It's like a more flexible shape. That's one of the things I was thinking about with this jump here. And then also, if they jump over here, I could still have this sort of peep too. Or I can threaten the push and cut now because I'm slightly closer to them, right? So it just depends on what I want in the game. So I liked this one a little bit more. But this is like a good emergency make shape sort of thing. But as you can see, like you said, just Atari and then Atari, it seems like a very thin shape already. Even just pushing through now, right? Real thin shape, like you said, yeah. But we'll see if they take advantage of it during the game. Yeah, white just jumps. That's all they need to do. They just need to make sure they're strong here. And then black Tanukis. I think this is probably too much, right? Yeah, Atari and Atari. Yeah, there we go. Wait, how did black win this game? What the heck? Black won this game? Okay. So I don't think Lucas was playing badly. I do think this was a bad idea, but it wasn't like a huge mistake. This is like you probably shouldn't have done this one, but this is probably okay. Black wanted the co-fight, apparently, maybe, yeah. But then, like it's like a 1 point mistake. This thing on top was like a 1 point mistake. But for me, I think it's slightly bigger because I didn't want to make black so thick, right? Black is really strong now. Because if we go back to this, and they push the same way, like if we just survive the other way, and then let's say they I don't know, they do this approach, then we still do this one, and they push the same way. They're not getting another move here, first of all, to be able to do anything. But when I'm jumping out this way, I'm okay with running this direction now, because there's all this Aji here, right? There's all this Aji push through and cuts and peeps, right? There's all these things that they have to potentially worry about. And then even the other cut, right? Cutting on this side. to bump here to maybe even attack the corner in some way, right? There's a lot more stuff to think about. That's why it's like a small mistake, but not a huge mistake, right? So they live, but then this one was just like, it seems like pretty obviously bad. Like this turn, maybe not, but this one for sure. And then the ko here. Yeah, I wanted the ko here. Oh, interesting. Prevent that. Okay, sure. We can just connect and then capture again. Yep. And then we could just connect again if we wanted to. Yeah, just connect again. And then now they're trying to live with that group. They have a bunch of cutting points, though. We can fix our own shape. We have a nice, cool Tesuji here. I've seen this quite often. This is a really nice, fun Tesuji. I don't know if it's good right now, but it's a cool one. We're threatening to capture the stones. But we're also trying to fix our outside shape if we can in Sente. If black is pushing through here, we can maybe try to get us some sort of squeeze over here so they can't cut through. It's not perfect, though. It's not perfect. So, yeah, peep and push and then pull back here. And then white can just live on one side. So this might have been a mistake by white, though. That's why I said I'm not sure if this is the right timing for it. It's a cool Tesuji, but I'm not sure if it's the right time. I think we just answer first. Just answer should be fine, right? There's nothing over here. We might even just be able to capture. So they can't do that. So I think we just answer. We are alive on the bottom, so we don't need to worry about that. And if they fix over here, now we can go back over here and mess around if we want to. Yeah. Let's go back here a little bit. You saw when I did this one, I changed my mind a little bit, right? Like instead of wanting to do this Atari, I changed my mind to this one. That's because I was thinking I wanted to cut here instead. I don't know if it's good, though. Is this cut good? Because, yeah, I kind of wanted this more than I wanted the ko. It seems like it's fine. Yeah, anyway. Seems like it's fine. Either case should be okay. But this one, if we don't defend here in the center and we do this, yeah, we're taking away more of the points. I will see here in a second if they get sent to get back to the bottom right corner. I didn't see that yet. But I'm also kind of not worried about it because we have this group that we want to kill too. So yeah, we answer here and they extend. Yeah, they took away the points here, but we transferred it to the center instead. So black could follow up over on the bottom right now. Or they could go after this group. And so I think this was a mistake. This was like way too focused on territory, maybe. Oh, this is a weird move. Sure. Sure, that's kind of fun. All right, yeah. Normally you go after it directly, not like that. You go after it directly like this one, or you defend from one side to maybe attack it later, or you follow up in the corner, right? Amaranth, yeah, follow up in the corner now. Or like two spaces is also kind of normal, like two spaces here. So this is kind of a fun move. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's probably fine, but kind of funny. This is where I would want AI to really look at some of these exchanges. Yeah, because now it went from white ahead by 5 points to now black is even. The game is even again. So, yeah, this was definitely a mistake from white. They're not valuing the center enough, I think. Not enough value there. Oh, wow. Yeah, just giving that up. Then we just live over here. That's fine. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, yeah. He's sort of pushing it towards that wall. Yeah. That's sort of the idea behind this one. Normally you'd see a little bit closer, though. Like a little bit closer. That's all I mean is like this one or this one or this one. Sort of like the more normal looking moves. It's nothing wrong with it, though. It's just kind of cool. Like I said, I kind of like it. Kind of cool move. The only problem I have overall is that there is more Aji towards this direction. Doesn't mean that anything works, but there is a little bit more Aji towards that direction. That's why he fixes now. And now this group is probably just dead. And black has just taken the points that were over here and just moved them right here. So nothing's really changed for black, except for maybe they even got more points than the actual game. You play K7 to counter the cool move. Oh, yeah. Before K5, yeah. Just this one right away. Yeah, looks annoying. Looks annoying. So I said there's like Aji on that side, and it's a bit silly, right? It's a bit silly overall. I don't know if it's bad. This would require a lot of reading. Like, can we just do this one? Is this good enough? Or do we want to just push here, make sure we're capturing one side, and then you get maybe strength on this side, right? I don't actually know. But yeah, he's willing to fight here. I'm sure he's going to be fighting here. That's the goal right now. He's going to be fighting this off. But I wasn't expecting this, though. Like, leaving that group now. You know what? Actually, I guess it makes sense. You know, I didn't really think about it. I don't know if it's a good move still, but I guess it actually does make sense, right? So if white attacks here, we're moving towards this direction, right? And normally the reason why this is bad is because now that we've gotten these moves, we can break in. But actually, it's kind of hard to break in now. So moving in this direction may not be bad. Even if we play the basic moves, like this may not actually be bad. And in order to even be able to break into the center, we need to go like this far, and then we can break in. But this group's fine, and now we just have to fight against this group. That's actually kind of cool. Kind of a cool idea. Doesn't mean it's good, but it's a cool idea. And now we probably go back to it. Come on, we got to go back to it now. Definitely. Oh, we're just giving it up? Okay. Okay. This is a bit strange looking. I like this attack because what we're threatening, as I already showed you, even if we don't play it the same way, just keeping it very simple, right? We're threatening this sort of idea, right? Now black is being pushed directly towards our stone, right? Direct towards our own stone. So harder for them to live. If we get any other move there, it could be very useful. And now this fight is feeling really nice for white. Is black supposed to be able to live here? This actually feels really, really difficult. So I think we give up the stones, or we threaten to give up the stones. Because I don't think we can technically live here. Let's see what they do. Hane, attach. Yeah, threaten to give up the stones. Whoa. This is what I mean by threaten to give up, right? So white could take it, and as they're taking it, we're potentially getting something on the other side. But he's trying to get even more with this attachment because they could live. So connect. And now it's, yeah, that's funny. All right. You know, he did a good job. Is there something else white could do? So we don't really want to block. We have all these Ataris. And we probably don't want to do this one. I think they just live. You know what? This is annoying. Yeah. Very annoying. That's cool, Tessagy. This is something I would have to check AI to see if that was actually right. AI is saying this is dead. So, and then now, is it still dead? Yeah, it still says it's dead. We have to be very careful though. I wouldn't know how to handle it for sure, but oh, okay. Okay. Maybe we can just play from this side to kill. That's what we have to worry about, is them connecting up to this side, right? So we play from the other side to kill. They do this one. We could Atari here. You can still push through. Still dead here. Seems possible. This is a cool move. Does that work? Let's compare. Let's compare. They played this one in the game. This looks like white by 3.7. And then this one. Ah, dang. Doesn't work. I wanted it to work. It looks cool. But it's still white winning either way. Not that. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to play any other move here except for this one. And hard to play any other move here except for that one as well. So if we do throw in and play here, play Hane, they are just barely alive, right? Just barely alive. So we do have to play the Ko. But Ko, you're going to get something out of it anyway, even if you do lose, right? So we're getting something anyway, which is why it's usually fine. Do we have to answer that one? Losing the points. We are surrounded. We should answer. We should answer at least once, yeah. White just needs to break into the center in some way. So, yeah, any center breaking should be okay. Oh. Okay. Atari. Let's see. How many co-threats are we getting through here? How far are we going with this Ko? This is the Ko for the whole game, I'm guessing. The reason why black ends up winning. Oh, someone moved it for me. That wasn't very nice. I know black won the Ko, but I'm just wondering here. There we go, back to where we were, basically. Yeah, so this one's what they had to do. Was there anything else they could have done here? It looks difficult to play anything else. There is actually almost something there. Does this work? Can we do this one? It's almost something here. Very, very close to something here. Right here it works, right? We just have to get rid of the points, though. And then they can go back. Get rid of the eye, and then they can go back. So almost something there. I was kind of curious. Anyway. Just cut, I guess, would be fine. That would be a co-threat. One more co-threat, I guess. But maybe white doesn't have anything else either. I mean, black. I mean, does black have anything else? So can we cut here? It's a bad exchange. It's a really bad exchange if we do it. But then we'll have one more, not really one more threat either, though. It's just a bad exchange. Because we don't want to let them do this one, for example, right? Yeah, just bad exchange. All right. So we give that up. They capture stuff. We fix our shape in the center. And then it already feels like, what did white get out of this? White got the bottom points, and black got to take the corner. Is that it? Is that all white got? Just the bottom points? Yeah, black's just ahead now, yeah. Could they have ignored anything? Can they ignore this one? Maybe not. Like this way, it's probably fine. Looks like they can maybe ignore, but there is this sort of thing. Right, so not quite. All right, anyway. Seemed almost possible, but wasn't quite. Yeah, white barely got anything from this. And yeah, black capturing that is just too good. White even having to back off in some ways, yeah. Ooh. So what would have changed it here? What would have changed it back here? We have to keep fighting this. Like, we have to go after this group eventually. Can we actually play from the center to go after it instead? Like, maybe we do this one. They go back and live some way. We're probably haunting the corner first, I guess, but then they go back to live. They can maybe even do it this way. We don't get any points over here. That's the problem. But we maybe can come over here. But I don't know if that's good. Or maybe we have to do a slightly different move, right? This one was actually really annoying. Can we just go here? Maybe do it this way? I guess this doesn't really matter, right? You just connect. They're not alive. There is this Aji here. But we don't even have to answer that. We can go back and fix this if we need to. Right, so we have a little bit to worry about over there, but can we play from this side maybe? Let's try Hane versus diagonal. Same thing. Same thing. Okay. Anyway, yeah, kind of annoying. They just got caught in a bad co, and they couldn't find enough co threats, basically. Oh. So I think they probably just didn't see the moves here. Because, yeah, it's hard to answer this properly. Can we even answer this way? Is this possible? I don't know, because like when we answered here, the Hane there is just too much. But it says white should be fine. So are we supposed to? What are we supposed to play here? Yeah, I need the actual AI. We can't block because Atari, and everything. We just live very, very easily, but we do get stronger on the outside. And anyway, it's kind of interesting. Just a really bad co here. I think black made a mistake. Black made the bigger mistake first, but then white followed up with a bad mistake. And then sort of a whatever game. Whoever wins the co wins the game, probably. Yeah, the game's over. Yeah, that sucks, yeah. And then there's even this corner that's annoying too. So even before this, if the corner's alive, black should just be ahead by quite a few points. And then they played this one and threw in here. I think it's still fine, technically, but there's a lot of moves we'll have to play on the inside. Maybe we just turn here. Because if they do this one... no, it's no good. We just have to play from the outside, I guess. I wanted to turn, but we can't let them get the Hane. Because we can't capture them that way. Yeah, Atari, make the eye. Then it's a Seki. Oh, that sucks. So that whole thing just sucks. Anyway. So that was an interesting game. So really the game I'm most looking forward to is Ashe versus Zebolod, though. So I will be looking at that one right here. Because Ashe won this game. Yes, go. Yeah, Ashe won this game. And I thought Ashe was like, based on the first game, I think just the first game I saw, their game quality was pretty low until they got to like a good reading situation. Then they did really well. So what the heck? The game recorder messed up, it looked like. That's funny. Can I do this on my own, even though it wouldn't count it for everyone else? Can I do this? It'll probably reset itself though in a second. So, like at Triton Baduk, game quality really bad. Is that what you're saying? uh, hmm. All right, so we want to see what's going on here for sure. This is, as I said, this is the game I'm most curious about. Let me look at stuff first before I worry about it too much. We're good. Okay, we're all fine here. Oh, nice. Godave's playing the German League. Maybe we'll look at Godave here in a second too. Yeah, anyway. So 2.5 point game. Let's see what the game looks like overall. Just push and Tanuki. I think the most common sequence, right? The most common sequence is kick first, then you push, and then you can Tanuki or you can follow up, right? So if we follow up, we should have to choose whichever one we like more. Which one do we like more? This sort of idea where we're potentially getting something on the bottom side, or this idea where they're taking that side and we're fighting this side, right? So you can leave that for later. But normally we kick first because it gets rid of the Aji in the corner. And we get, like, not get rid of the Aji, it makes our corner bigger and we're getting rid of the Aji, right? So we're kicking and we're pushing. And now this invasion doesn't work anymore because this cutting point doesn't exist. It's like they peeped the cutting point here, which is usually bad. So that's why you wouldn't invade now, except for like co-threats or something. So, oh man, it was itchy today. Yeah, so normally you wouldn't do that because like the slide here at the minimum is really annoying for your shape. But if you don't get there first, I think black shape is really nice. So I can understand just pushing, make it simpler. Probably personal preference, honestly. So back off here. Yeah, my impression last time was that they had a slightly awkward. Why that move? What the heck? Isn't that normally bad? Slightly awkward opening last time, but isn't that move normally bad? Because if black does just connect here, this one doesn't work, right? They get influence. They're getting influence facing this, I guess. So maybe they're going to be coming through here. But if we're doing this now, we're just saving this side. We're not worried about the bottom side anymore. So that doesn't work. So you'd have to be playing something else, but anything else, nothing else works here except for just taking the influence, right? We're just taking the influence from this. So normally this is like a bad move. That's why normally we always have the Atari here instead. In this case, black is definitely answering. If we play this normal Joseki thing here, this feels good for black because they're already kind of cut off on one side. Not perfectly, but there's a little bit of pressure on both sides. So, and maybe we even play a different move. I don't know. Maybe we play this one instead. Like the push here instead. Who knows? I don't know the appropriate move here. But yeah. I need to study that Joseki too, probably. So that does feel slightly wrong. Yeah, now attach and Hane in the corner over here makes this really feel bad. Because if we go, yeah, we can just look at it on the left side here. Yeah, we look at it on the left side here. If white does this one, and we get the same variation, if there we go, if the shoulder hit happens, you can slide underneath instead, or you can be pushing this direction. You wouldn't necessarily want to push up here. This isn't always the direction you want to push, and white responding with the jump is never going to be a bad move. So these moves are very useful, and it feels slightly awkward. They were talking about this morning on the EGF Twitch channel. Yeah, that's what it feels like, though. This is what it feels like. I haven't looked at any of their reviews yet. I don't even know who's doing them, but I should probably go and check out some of them. But yeah, this is sort of a really weird shape, right? It's sort of weird shape. Yeah, I said normally it would be either slide or push, right? You're sliding or you're pushing here, or you're coming over the top, right? Almost never this one. So that's actually the shape we have here in this game. Interesting over here anyway. Yeah, that's actually the shape we have over here, basically. And this is yeah, it just feels slightly like good for black. And black doesn't even need to respond on the bottom here. They don't have to respond here. This is just points. They could. It's points, right? They could respond here. But they don't have to respond. They can live in the corner, or they can come over here. So they could actually just move back over to this right side, or even move over to the top side. Anything over here would be okay too. Yeah, black has a lot of really good options here. Is it sad that I already think black is winning? Let's see. Yeah, black is winning already. Yeah, okay. That's unusual. This is why I said I'm a little surprised that Ashe is doing so well, because this seems very common that they end up in a slightly bad result from the very beginning of the game. Yeah, that's really why I wanted to watch this. Yeah, so they capture there now. They did Tanuki, yeah. Capture there now, and then we can block, so we have really nice shape on this side as black. And white is under pressure. And if they're just living and saving this in the corner, we can now go back here really comfortably. Just two space. I like the knight's move more, but it's fine. Either one's fine. And then we go back to the top side. Yeah, so the top side was the next biggest area. That's why I wasn't sure which one I wanted, if I wanted the right side or the top side. It was hard for me to judge. But this one has more of a weak group. This group over on the top left is flexible and can be strong. So, yeah, kick and live. Very easy move to play. And now there is an invasion over here if we ever want it. Because, I think they slide here or something, right? They slide over here. Because while they're trying to kill us over here, this one is actually threatening. Because if we get to turn here, we're threatening to connect up underneath now. Right? So that's actually one eye already. So you actually have a little bit to worry about here. And then if you push instead, there are moves this direction too to potentially get something. So even if you may not invade directly, there's always a lot of Aji there. This is why that move is slightly strange that they played earlier. This kind of makes sense. Kind of. That H17 shape. Oh, yeah. It's really common. Yeah. This is the most common way to do it. Like on this board, you could go a little bit further if you wanted to try to be a little bit greedy here. I think if this was captured, maybe we could go all the way here to really apply pressure, because it's black's not gonna be able to fight back, right? If black tries to fight back here, they're probably gonna end up dying on one side or the other. So like that's possible. But even here, just doing this one's usually good enough. And this is the normal Joseki here. And the other option is often pressing down and fighting back, but you can't fight back here, right? You can't fight back here. The other option would be pressing down and trying to live in the center. Those are the three options usually: living in the center, living in the corner, or fighting back. Yes, you should learn it though. It is good. It's good to learn. Yeah, so just block. I think the feeling has changed a lot here. I think a long time ago we may have actually played this one in this position, But I think the feeling has changed a lot where we almost never want this move anymore. We always block this way. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play the other one anymore. Because we always value this strength more than just having a simple position, I guess. Because now we can attack white. This feels so good for black. This whole game feels so good for black. And white doesn't even have any strong points anywhere. This is it feels good. Feels good. It looks like black did lose some of their initiative, though. This could be considered slow, but I still like this one. I'm kind of curious when it happened. Yeah, right here, maybe. Is that the right side? So it's this one over here. We didn't need to do that one yet. Okay. All right. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I was just curious when it changed, when the numbers changed a little bit. But I do like black still, and black is still ahead. Approach here. Yeah. Okay. Very, very thick position. Then white's able to jump here first. This actually feels nice for white to be able to get this move. And maybe that's why I was thinking I want this one. Then come over here. That's kind of what I want. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's, there's nothing like whatever about it, but it's like kind of what I want. You can just leave it now, I guess, too. You just leave it here now. Right, and that would be good for you. Anyway. Applying a little bit of pressure here. They're not 100% alive. White just starting end game now, basically. Is this one Sente really Sente? Like, I feel like this one's slightly bigger if we're going to just think about end game move, right? That one seems big. I don't know about bigger, but big. Maybe even just coming over here to mess with this area. Peeping. I'm bad at end game. Don't listen to me. Anyway. Jumping out to try to attack this group. That makes sense. That's why we did the Hane, is actually to attack. It wasn't to defend. Because now we can clamp, or we can even potentially peep in different ways. So this group needs to be able to live. They can live pretty easily, though. They did pretty nice shape here. I like this shape a little bit more. But it should be not too different here. Not too different at all. And then what did black get from all this? Black is building a little bit here. So they got some of their points from the cornerback. There's still this cutting point to capture, which is potentially okay, but it doesn't quite work right now. Maybe just clamp, I guess, is good enough. White got to build a little bit more here. Yeah, White got to build and take away the bottom points. Actually feels like an even result for this. Yeah, that top looks pretty good now. Yeah, it's starting to look like... I feel like the opening they played slightly awkward, but the rest of the game they've been doing really well. So maybe they just aren't good at opening. Like they don't care about it, I guess I could say. Also is a good way to think about it. I feel like they don't really care about opening too much. Because when it comes to the fighting and the shape here, this is really nice. This is all really nice. And like this feels deep. That actually feels a little slightly deep. Like, feels like too much. Maybe they have to do it, but this feels like too much. If we let it happen, is this too much to just let happen? It looks like white can still win this way. Kind of funny. You don't have to play this way, but it looks like white could still win this way. Which means that if white can win this way, then that means them attacking here should make the game really nice for white. Because they're not going to lose that much more, right? So, like, there's like a minimum line. White is likely to get at least this much from this. Kind of no matter what, at least this much. So this move is only getting a couple more points Like maybe 4 or 5 more points here, right? Not that many more points. And if they have a good enough position to be able to block here, then in this fight, this will be really nice because black's not going to be able to build anything on their own side. Maybe even going to have something they can be that can be a little bit poked at and annoyed. So this actually feels nice. Yeah, I like this. Peep here. Oh yeah, we can answer that way. That's cool. Yep. And it doesn't matter what happens here. Like I said, white still got that minimum amount right here. Minimum amount is good. There's a cutting point here. We also have a cutting point as white, so we have to be careful. But there is a cutting point here too. Oh, Hane. I guess white is technically stronger, so we probably should play this way, but this feels slightly awkward. I guess I'm a little bit worried about these cutting points. This Hane feels like a slight overplay, honestly. I was going to justify it, but I think it kind of feels like an overplay. I thought we had to just extend here. Yeah, it wasn't a huge mistake, but it's a small overplay. Okay. Like just like a -1 point type move. Of course, as I said, we have to look at the actual AI to know. Maybe just connecting here is fine too, but I think the point of this move was to reduce black and maybe attack a little bit. So I'm actually fine with just capturing this one instead of playing that other way. That actually gives us slightly bad shape. Now, if we're being pushed here, we can sacrifice stones at any time we want. So we don't care about it as much. But now I think we have to care a little bit more about our stones. Well, that Atari feels slightly wrong too. I guess it's because of that, but now there's a bunch of cutting points. And I think black's okay. So I think black can just cut now. They're turning first, but I think black could just cut now. Is there a good cutting point? Something you have to think about. This move, this group's not alive, right? Doesn't even have one eye yet, technically. So fighting here seems really good. Yeah, fighting here seems really good. So I wanted to cut there. This helps white. Now white is safe. And they can just keep playing to apply pressure. Is this good? Yeah, now white's back ahead. Yeah, it's going back and forth. It's going back and forth. It does feel like we need to cut. I wanted to cut here. Because there's this Atari connect. And then there's also this sort of cut too. Right, there's a lot of cutting points here. And I know for sure our group should be like 99% alive. Because we have this sort of eye here, which is really nice. We don't need to cut this one right away. But there is that possibility. So we could even just play here and this would be good enough. But then, yeah, it depends on how useful this connection is. So maybe it's hard to do something too much here. But at a minimum, if this one's too much, we can at least cut this side. Because you can see it on this side, at least we're also surrounding the other group. So, and then they have more cutting points to worry about. So they actually can't do anything too severe here. They probably have to just accept it in some way. Maybe just be able to cut again. But yeah, it's something they have to worry about. But then now everything's gone. All the Aji's gone. Nothing they have to worry about anymore. Maybe a little tiny bit of Aji. Like this sort of thing. There's a small cut here now. But it should be fine. Wow, it looks like white just keeps asking for more and more and more. Huh. I want to capture this, but they get more influence, so. I feel like white just got away with murder there, basically. White just got away with it. Got away with everything there. There has to be something earlier, right? That's their style, and they often get away with it. L12. Where's L12 here? It's like a squeeze though. It's not necessarily doing too much, right? Right? Because this doesn't work right now. As white. Like this doesn't work. So I actually don't know. It's not getting captured yet, so I'll start with M13. Yeah. This was too deep, I think. And I think it was good for white to fight back, but I do think white got away with it. I think we probably should be able to punish in some way. I understand the turn, right? But we're fixing white's issues, and then we save, and then they're still pushing in and being even more aggressive here. So can we play this to capture on this side after they push here, right? Like, shouldn't we be fighting back at this point at least somewhere? Right? Because I'm not too worried about this. But let's see if there is something here, right? There's nothing here, right? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure there's anything here. And so white just has to fight back here at some point. And we're also attacking this other group that's not alive yet. And maybe we can activate this cut in some way, right? There's the other Aji, right, that I pointed out. That one doesn't work right away. So I said there's maybe something here eventually, but it's not that much Aji. So it depends if we can do anything with this, but it does seem a little bit difficult. Can we do it earlier? Still annoying. Yeah, maybe it's hard. Maybe it's difficult to do something there. That's why I think we have to fight now. So I think we have to do it now. I don't know. Feels like now is the right timing. Yeah, white's ahead now, whereas black was ahead before. But it's a small issue, so yeah, it doesn't seem to matter too much. Maybe even just right now. Just right now. Fight back. Maybe they can't do it, but I want to do something. Now they're just pressing us to getting all the nice end game. Then we're good. Yeah, just all good end game from this point. That was really nice. It's just a close game. Can white ignore K7? Let's go back to K7 here. Oh, okay. So yeah, K7 here. Oh, the Atari from before? Can they ignore the Atari? Maybe this Atari here. They can maybe ignore it. Jump in even more. We're strong now. We don't have to worry about the group. So it just depends on if we can do anything over here. So this way would be threatening to kill these off so we can connect up now. And then here we're at least threatening to capture some stones. If they go back to live, this is potentially good enough to win the game. Yeah, good enough to win the game. And then, of course, if they connect, they're just dead here. And even if they aren't dead here, they're losing something, is what it looks like. See, they're losing something. So you have to be a little bit careful. You have to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, you have to be a little bit careful. I know the best variation, but as I said, I just want to fight back. Yeah, risky at best, yeah. Yeah, but now it's just, yeah, it feels like just they're getting all the good in-game. It's still slightly better for black. I think black's like a half-point sort of game. But then white does end up getting something extra from the in-game. Ashe wants to catch them all, yep. Gotta catch them all. Dang. I went back and forth because it was moving the chat thing around. So I was staring at that. Yeah, just in-game stuff. Fighting code to get something extra. That's probably how they ended up winning a little bit more, yeah. And then nothing else to look at, really, right? Just in-game stuff, right? Yeah. Dang. And then it was this is a Pokemon-friendly channel. It is, yeah, it is. Then white wins by just a little bit. Dang, good job. Good job, Ashe. Wow. Huh. Honestly, it's kind of surprising. I gotta be honest. Kind of surprising. Franchophile do. No. We don't like those around here. Yeah, dang, okay. So where would I have changed things earlier to have made it slightly easier for black to have found the right move? Maybe even here, actually, go to the center. Don't worry about taking the corner points. I wonder. I think I want to actually open this one with AI. I kind of want to know. But they have a bunch of these things. I have to refresh the page, and then let me save it. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna see. I really want to know. I really want to know. This one's a weird one. Wherever Cottrain is, there you are. There we go. And then we can go full screen here. Oh, maybe we can't. There we go. Okay, 1 second here. There we go. Finally open properly. Yeah, let's look at this one. We will have to delete some stuff here real quick. To make the main branch. No, don't do that. There we go. This one we can delete. There we go. I went to go click the other thing, and then it tried to hurt me some more. So I was actually got to go delete instead. There we go. We'll delete this one. And this one. That looks good. I know you don't like when people overplay their way into winning. Oh, I'm just wondering if it is overplay or not, or if they actually just did a really good job. That's what I'm curious about, right? So, like, it felt like there was something there, and it's hard for me to even judge it. So I understand backing away from that as both players, right? Well, as Evolod, you know. So I'm just curious, yeah. And we can see in the opening here, they did okay. They did okay in the opening. Someone else made a bigger mistake. Too hard for me to judge. Yeah, it's too hard to judge, yeah. Middle game, they played really well. Really nice middle game. It'll probably go down a little bit, but really nice middle game. This is what I was wondering, if there's a big mistake or not. Like 3 points, not too big of a deal, but if they get 6.1, I'm really curious about that, basically. Because that would be the punishment area, or if they get more 3 points here soon. And then it goes to end game here in a second. Yep. I think right about now, yeah. End game now. They just played really well. Yeah, they just did a good job. They outplayed an end game. Outplayed. Yeah, it's because of how hard it was to find a good way to fight back there. That's what makes me think that it was probably okay-ish. But it looks like there was no big red move, so that's all that really matters here. There's no red move at all. Yeah, very good. Dang. Good job, good job. Outplayed in endgame is my middle name. That's just my nickname. Why are you using my nickname as your middle name? All right. Let's do it real quick. Yeah, it's slightly unusual to do this right away. This is fine though. When they just push, it ends up being normal. And then the other thing that was slightly unusual here, yeah, was this push here into this move, which is, yeah, as it's showing you, it's not like a huge mistake. It's just like a really sort of abnormal move. Like most of the time in the opening, you should be playing a lot of these green moves, these dark green moves instead of these ones. But this is like a personal preference thing too, which is why I wasn't against it necessarily. Like the previous game, I'm like 99% sure they just like a huge mistake early on. But this one, like small mistakes everywhere. Yeah, because you could connect now. And then it's just a fight here. Like normal, but it's a different type of fight. People probably aren't used to this type of fight here, so that's why you didn't connect. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so a couple things I'm curious about. Interesting. Just reduce this right away. Wow, I did think this was probably too early, but it is a really nice result for black. Yeah, 0.5 gap to AI is really small. Yeah. That's one reason why I'm curious. This is like the first big mistake here was this sort of one, but oh, cut. That's cool. Lose 1 point just by looking at the board. Yeah. Yes, this does feel like, oh yeah, the jump here especially, this felt like a really good move, but it seemed like they should have just run this stone out, or at least connect it here first, and then they can move on with the game. Okay, this what I wasn't 100% sure if they should do something there, but the other thing I was thinking about was I wanted to sort of get the top side instead of the right side, because with the right side I can still treat this as a light group, you know. M4 looked nice to you, the knight's move, yeah. It's just not doing much. It's a neutral point. M5, yeah. It's a neutral point at this moment. I think this is still fine overall. But it does want to play the top side. That's the other thing I was thinking about was, does it want the top side a lot? And yeah, of course, you do this one. You don't do this one. This one doesn't make sense. I don't know why he did this one. You do this one. He has the game was 2.5 points. If he did this one, the game would have then been a couple more points. It's also separating. Yeah, it is separating. But these stones aren't important yet. These two stones here are not actually doing anything yet. These are just light stones for now. So we don't need to worry about that. And even after we connect here, it wants to play on the top side a little bit more. Not that far. That's too far. But it wants the top side a little bit more. We're not worried about these two stones yet. Let me fix this. Where am I right here? What the heck? I should be following along with the game up here. Why isn't it doing that? There we go. All right. Yeah, if you attack them, they can just run. Yeah, and they can also sacrifice bits of it if you want to. 2 moves, not building much, yeah. I understand this one. This one makes sense to play. And then, yeah, we definitely have to pull back here. We just made ourselves strong, so we don't care if white pushes here. This feels good. Not that. Well, that's actually fine. But this feels good, though. Oh my gosh, I can't click at all. This feels good. I did it. I clicked. We did it. We're safe, guys. And then they can go back over to the top side. See, now it wants this one. Probably because we're so strong over here. Now it wants this sort of knight's move instead. Let's go back over here, though. Yeah, this is the normal move. Attach right away. Interesting. This is what I was wondering about here. Do we want to take the corner? Do we want to go outside more? It looks like it wants outside. I would never think of this attach, though. So this one into this one seems to be just as bad. If we can get the attach, though, I guess it's better. Interesting. Okay. And yeah, it sort of wants to come out towards the center instead of just living. Yeah, and why I didn't know why he did this one. This one I wasn't quite sure of. Worried about the cutting point, but I thought blocking is almost always better anyway. Like, we're alive on this side. The cut will probably be bad for white. But it's not a big deal. So they just played too soft, basically. Peep first. And then, yeah, the Hane, I already said that I wasn't sure about the Hane earlier. Like, if I liked that one. I understood why they played it. I just wasn't sure I liked it, but it could still be fine. It looks like it wants this exchange. It wants the center, right? It wants to jump out towards the center, basically. Okay. So that would be the big change, though. It wants to come towards the center at some point. But he's going from the center in the wrong direction. It's splitting, though, so it makes sense. Like, it's like they're attacking, right? And then -1 point here. And they could have done a little bit further away to attack better. My move was over here, but I wasn't sure if it was good. But I heard anything over here was fine. But we need to look at this next section up here is really what we want to see. If white did get away with something here. It looks like there is a drop here, a huge drop here on the win rate graph. So let's see. The empty triangle. They don't connect. They Hane. We block because we feel like we should. And then they double Hane here. Instead of connecting, we could play this one. Yeah, these two stones aren't important, right? They fix on this side. We can just cut now. We can connect here now. Because these two stones are not important. So, like, if white plays this move, we're just giving that up. We don't care. Okay. Okay. Anyway, a little bit further here. And yeah, just cut. Just cut. The turn was -1 point. Okay. I was right. It did feel like someone just messed something up here. We should be all connected everywhere. So cut. White can peep here, because why not? And we're not even supposed to use that stone right now. We're not even supposed to do anything over here. We're just supposed to play away. But if we do run this out, we do play here. They jump over here. We can peep, I guess. That peep does work. Peep, peep, peep everywhere. White's not alive here, so they have to be a little bit careful. That's kind of funny. It's becoming like real complicated here, of course. But that's why I understood that why they didn't want to do it. But it feels like you should. It feels like you should do it. Even if it doesn't work, it feels like you should do it. Then we can go a little bit further on. And jumping from the left side was slightly better versus defending here. What I also said, defending here felt a little bit weird too. And now we're getting pushed around. We can cut first, but we just extend back basically. Yeah, we're getting pushed around because we kind of have to be. And then you don't have to answer here. So maybe they were feeling too good about the game, maybe. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Sevalod ended up being slightly better in endgame, but they played one bigger mistake at endgame. But it was middle game, of course, where they just were backing off too much. Interesting. I wonder if it was a little bit of pressure, too, because they did really good in the other games. Yeah, Ashe is doing a good job. Wow, good job. Yeah, I said we do have to fight back, but yeah. All right. So the next thing to look at real quick, probably not any other games over here, but we can see how Go Dave is doing real quick. And I'll probably end and go get some food and stuff. If we go back to the home, we'll have the thing over here. There we go. We can look at the board, see how he's doing. We're not watching him. We're fine. It's fine. I just want to see what the board looks like, so we can pause probably too. So like KGS, right? Is he playing or is he watching? I don't know. Look, he should be playing, right? It says German League versus Bremen, right? So, who do I like more here? 1, 2, 3. So black captured on the bottom, but black was captured in the center. So it's basically even there, but black got a lot of territory on the sides, 3 corners, and one of them is fairly large. The other group is pretty safe. White only really has 1 corner and that middle area. It feels very much like black is winning this game. I think Go Dave is doing well. Feels very much like he's winning this game. Okay. All right. Well, I'm curious who's going to be if Ben Zero ends up losing tomorrow. But for now, it looks good. Go Dave always wins. Oh yeah, for sure. I've definitely never seen him lose. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, probably raid Go Dave for the last of his game. Should be fine. Or he has to break his keyboard, yeah, something like that. He's still going though, so yeah, I'll probably raid on it, and we'll see how it's going here. His second game today was Mirror Go. Oh, Mirror Go. Oh no. Ugh. Anyway, I've seen more people doing that lately, so yeah, Go Dave 89. All right. So that was kind of fun. Look at some games. I do have a lesson I got to do in a little bit, so I'm going to do that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for at least a little bit tomorrow morning. Have fun. Still here on YouTube. Anyway, see you guys.